Hey there, Ryan White here, and welcome to High Point Music's online video tutorial. So we've got a request from a viewer today. We're going to go through Africa by Toto. So this is a very cool one. I found some interesting points figuring this one out this morning. There's some cool bar structures in the verse, like a 9-bar setup, but I'll take you through all of that in the tutorial. Let's drop this intro and get straight into it. Alright, let's have a look at this little opening theme that I arranged up for the introduction. So jumping on in the chords, we're going to need to play this one here. So is an A major 9 voicing like this, where we've got our first finger playing the bass on the E string on the 5th fret, followed by our third finger coming onto the 7th fret on the A string there on the E note. Got our 4th finger underneath on the 7th fret on the D string there on the A octave. Got our 2nd finger coming in on the 6th fret like that on the G string there, and then B string and E string are both open, so that's how we get that really luscious sound with the 9th like that. Alright, moving along, we're going to take the lower structure of this chord, which is a power chord structure with the root, the 5th, and the root up the octave. And we're just going to slide that 1 fret that way. So by this point we've removed our 2nd finger. So we've just got these 3 strings. So 1, 2, 3. And that's our G sharp 5 power chord there. Third chord we're going to use is we're going to take that G sharp structure and we're going to bump those fingers down like that. So we've got our first finger here on the 4th fret. Got our third finger on the 6th fret on the D string, followed by our 4th finger on the 6th fret on the G. 2nd finger comes in on the 5th fret like that, and we're just strumming the bottom 5 for this one. Really nice sound with that one, I think, and that's largely because on the B string and the E string we've got our 2nd finger and the E making really nice unison there, so you get that extra thickness with the 3rd of the chord there. Alright, so let's look at how we're going to put this together with the strumming patterns. Now we've got our chords that we know we're going to be using. So on the first one, like this, we're just going, that's a rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you haven't noticed there, on that first strum, I'm going all the way through the structure of that chord just to really bring those open strings into play, because I really love open strings, particularly with bar chords and things like that. We get those really nice unisons. We bring the 9th, or doubling up a chord or a single note to really get some nice textures there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is on the G sharp 5 there, and we're just hitting the top 3 there, people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So before we go to this next chord, really important with this stuff, just take it step by step and get really comfortable with each part. Like for example, these 2 chords, get really familiar with that rhythm, what you're trying to achieve, and then move on to the next part once you've got that down. Alright, so we've just gone through those 2 chords, and then we're on to the C sharp 5, or the C sharp minor here, I should say. So after we strum this chord, there's a few different ways we can approach this. So with the multiple camera angles here, so this is how I play it with my finger picking technique. I strum all the way through, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll speed it up so you can hear it. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So let's connect that with the rest of the part. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So again, just like I said with that other part, with this one here, if you're not really familiar with using your fingers in that style, you could easily just use a thumb and first finger technique, which is good enough for Chris Martin, the Coldplay, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. I'm a bit sloppy there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. So that covers us for the opening theme of the tune. Let's jump in and check out this verse part. Now I found this really interesting when I was figuring this tune out this morning. There's a 9-bar verse progression, which is really cool, and I really dig it when you can hear something or you know a song that you've heard many times over the years, but you can't actually pick out that there's an asymmetrical bar structure. So I really like that when people can quite sneakily or very subtly just sneak that sort of stuff in here. But let's start breaking down the chords we're going to use for this one. This will be a little bit more simpler. So we've got a B major bar chord here, followed by a D sharp, like that, a G sharp minor, back to the B, and then goes to an A, which you can play here or here, C sharp, G sharp, and then we go to this part. So let's start breaking down this 9-bar structure. So our first chord there is our B major with our first finger on the 2nd fret on the A string, 3rd finger covering the D, the G, and the B, like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, first bar there. Second bar is on the D sharp minor here, which has got our first finger making a bar, which is effectively only going to cover the A and the E string. 3rd finger on the 8th fret on the D string, 4th finger on the E flat, which is the 8th fret on the G. 2nd finger goes to the 7th fret on the B string, which is the F sharp, and then here. So that's the second bar. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, like that. Coming up to a G sharp minor on our 4th fret here, which is our first finger making a bar across the 4th fret, like that. And then our 3rd finger comes in on the 6th fret on the A, followed by the 4th finger on the 6th fret on the D, like this. There we go, so that's the 3rd bar. And then the 4th bar comes back to the B, like that. So the first 4 bars are 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then we drop back to the A major, which is that, or you could even, if you want to be cool, you could play it like the A major 9 in the intro, but just a standard A major bar chord is first finger making a bar across the 5th fret, 3rd finger, 4th finger there, both on the 7th, and our 2nd finger in on the 6th fret on the G string. So like that. And then we come down to our C sharp voicing here, which you can either play as the bar chord or you can lift that first finger up. Or if bar chords are new to you and you're struggling to get the strength in your first finger with your technique, you can play it like this, where you're just lifting it up, having the open E string there. So that's first finger on the 4th fret here, 3rd finger on the 6th, 4th finger on the 6th on the G string, like that, 2nd finger on the 5th fret there, and optional what you do with the first, whether you go the open or you have it in the bar position. Alright, very cool. So after we've done that, we go back up to the G sharp, like this, which we've already covered, and then into the A major, and then we go to our little theme. So let's look at how that fits together with the bar structure and beat structure. So 2, 3, 4, B, 2, 3, 4, D sharp, G sharp, B, A, C sharp, G sharp, B starts again to D sharp, back to B, A, 2, 3, 4, C sharp, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, so that rolls through over and over. That's the bulk of our verse progression, but there's a little variation before we take the chorus. So using those chords, if we just go B, 2, 3, 4, D sharp, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that little variation one more time for you all out there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, D sharp, to G sharp, to B, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it hangs around on that C sharp there for a few extra beats, which leads us into the chorus progression. So I'll just recap that one more time just so you've got the hang of it. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. So the 2 extra bars there on the C sharp, okay, that's what we need to add on for that section to create that nice little variation, just like they did on the track, and that leads us straight into the chorus. All right, so the chorus is a pretty straightforward chord progression here. So what we've got going on is F sharp, D, A to E. Just repeating over and over just like that, with a little variation on the last part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3 from the A to, then it goes C sharp, E, so that's what it sounds like there. Let's break down and show you how to do that. So those 4 chords there, just F sharp minor, which is the same as your G sharp minor, just everything moved back 2 frets. So we've got our first finger making a bar across the 2nd fret like that, 3rd finger here, 4th finger there on the 4th fret on the A and D strings. Okay, standard D major, which we all should be familiar with if we're attempting this tune, to an A major, to an E major. So let's look at the strumming pattern with this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the way I'd approach this if I was using a pick and strumming, I'd be picking out these bass notes here. So on the F sharp, I would be picking out that note there. On the 2nd fret, I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, and like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and. On the D, I'd be hitting the bass note here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and. On the A, hitting at the open A there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the E, obviously the E string there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1, 2, 3, 4, and. So just like that is how you can get that really strong backbeat with your rhythm playing. So if there's people singing along, or because this is the chorus, you want this to be, this is the main emphasis. This is what you really, really want to get across to people in the audience. So that's what we do. We do that 3 times round and round like that. Then what happens on the 4th time through is the F sharp's the same, the D is the same, the A, 2, 3, 4, then it goes up to a C sharp minor, which we've covered. You can play an E major in that position if you like, back on the open. Because it's up here, I personally just throw in an E, like a straight E major triad, very simple in that position, which I'll run you through just quickly. 4th finger there on the 7th, 3rd finger there on the 6th, 1st finger is making a bar across the G and the E strings, and our 2nd finger is covering the root note there on the 5th. So that's what I do there. And then we have an F sharp power chord here and a C sharp power chord there. So I'll run you through the strumming pattern on that. So last time through the chorus, so F sharp, D, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, C sharp, 2, 3, 4, E, 2, 3, 4, F sharp. Like that. So the rhythm for that is 1, 2, 3, and. So 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and. So 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and then back into the A where it goes. So again, through that last time out to F sharp, 2, 3, C sharp, E, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Just like that, getting through there and hitting that C sharp properly. So with that one, there's no real surprises there. This is all done on the assumption that most people out there watching this video are pretty confident, pretty comfortable with their bar chords and their strumming to be able to pick these patterns up. So that's all the 3 parts you need to be able to get through this tune. The flute solo, I think by memory, have to run through the track to double check in case I'm using a synth. But what that is just over the verse progression, which is your B to your G sharp. Nothing new there. And then the chorus at the end, we all know what's going on there because we've just covered all the chords for that one. Okay, that one was requested by a viewer. I had a lot of fun putting that together, and particularly, as I mentioned before, some cool little things in this tune, particularly with that 9-bar verse structure. I found that really interesting. So if you appreciate the content in these videos, smash those like, subscribe, and share buttons. Also, if there's a tune out there you'd like me to sit down, work out, and put together a tutorial for you, leave a comment on the blog or either on the YouTube channel, depending where you're watching this. I always love to hear the feedback and see what you guys out there really want to learn. If you'd like to support us in making more videos and more exclusive content for you out there, you can drop a donation via the PayPal donate function, which if you're watching this on the website, top or bottom of the page, or on the YouTube channel, the link is in the description below. And just donate whatever amount you feel represents the value of this content. It could be $1, $2, $5, $10, whatever it's worth to you. Thirdly, if you'd like to work with me one-on-one, you can do so by booking an 8-week tailored video program where I personally consult with you, look at your challenges that you're facing, and come up with a tailored video program for you over the 8 weeks to get through all those issues and challenges you're having and to get your playing up to the next level as soon as possible. So practice this one up. I hope you all get a heap of enjoyment out of this video, and I look forward to hearing from you, comments, etc. on the channel, and seeing you in future videos. I'll talk to you all then.